Welcome back, everyone. This will be episode, oh my gosh, 7? 7, yes, episode 7 of Let's Play Rule the Waves. So, I did progress only a few turns. It was 3:19 when I left, and now it's only 3:31, so just 12 minutes. I got this heavy cruiser in sight, but unfortunately it is speeding away. Now, a few things are happening. I don't know what kind of covert mission that we jokingly talked about the Aspirin being on, but she's decided to come back from it. So now all the Tigers rejoining, and our lines looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn away from whatever is here. We're going to form up our line again. So I'll even go down to 15 with this guy, just to give every other ship time to sink in. Sink, bad word to use. To form a line, to form up. Especially because my light cruisers are kind of a little bit out of position. So we're just going to let that cruiser get away, but then we're actually going to hope that she swings back around into us. So the best way for us to come at this target is actually going to be to head directly east and then come up the coastline, which will put anybody upwind from us, which is ideal. So the best thing for us is probably to head southeast down here. In order to try to catch off this ship over here, what I'm going to do is head northeast, then come back down and swing up this way. Another way I could do it, be a little more risky, is to come down the coast this way. But as we round this corner, it's possible that the enemy could already be waiting here, in which case we would be upwind from them, and that would be bad. So, okay, so let's just try this. So we're just going to give everyone a little time to catch up, to clean their grates. We're slowing down a bit. Let's go down to 18 with even the light cruisers. But we need them to go, okay, let's say 19, just so they can catch up and we can get our formation standard again. Now the Svitskar, Sigitvar, I forget which one it is. So the Sigitvar is only able to maintain 17 speed. I think we'll still tow her along though. I was thinking of detaching her. But in the end it does not seem like a good idea to detach her because I need every ship. If I wanted to detach anybody, I would have also detached St. George already. But I need every ship I can. That's just the unfortunate reality of this situation. We don't have a whole lot of ships, so everyone counts. Alright, so let's swing west. I'm going to loop all the way back around. We have plenty of time, so let's just be really particular about our formations and everything. And probably I should have not started recording yet, but that's fine. If we get really lucky, we'll actually encounter the heavy cruiser, but I really doubt it. Quite doubt it. Let's go down to 17 here. Yeah, please speed up a little bit. Swing out a little bit too, because we don't want... St. George will probably bring up the rear. There's no real place for her outside of that. Now let's then, these guys are 15, 16, 16, very good. So we'll keep swinging. Okay, good. That should help the St. George maneuver in her lane. Yeah. Really, this is what... It'd be much better to have AI control at this point, but that's fine. I'm gonna take... Oh, too far, in fact. Just have them do that. Okay, unidentified ship. Well, we're in really good position to pin both sides, so I'm just gonna immediately see if we can get her. I think she's heading at us. Yeah, that was a very quick turn. She looks like she's a light cruiser. So forget it, just turn away immediately, who cares? We will lose interest and take this guy off AI control. I think it's just the same heavy cruiser that I've been kind of shoving out of the way for a while. Let's take your speed down again. How are we doing? I think we can head just directly east from here. Okay, let's speed things up a little bit because right now it's not really a time of needing... Oh, you're going way too fast. Slow down quite a bit. St. George, just... you're going to kind of cut the corners because I want you at the low speed that you're at. Is your max speed really 14 now? No, it's actually 18. But we're going to want you to stay pretty slow because I don't want your high speed to reopen the bulkhead. So, this is good. This looks good. Very good, very good. A little too close. Want to keep enough spacing that these... Oh! Below us, huh? Well, we're going to challenge anything we can. And this guy is really heading right at us. Now, if it's a escort ship of any kind, we're in trouble. But if it's a battleship or something like that, it is an escort ship. Well, hopefully we just destroy it before it gets off a torpedo. We're going to turn very hard to try to prevent torpedo hits. Okay, turn hard again. You're not turning hard enough. And now turn back hard. Very good. Okay, so I think that that's the end of it because it just took a 12-inch hit. Which is probably the end of any destroyer. 12-inch hit is massive. We're going to have to reorganize when we come up this side, but that's fine. I think that was a really worthwhile engagement. Just to sneak over and sink that ship. You guys are heavy cruisers, so I don't mind if you pursue. You guys come up. Let's let our battleships reorganize. It's good that we're keeping them a little bit below their max speed so they can actually... There we go. That's the 6-inch guns hits I wanted. So assumingly that will sink her. Another 12-inch hit. That's good. Well, you know what? We're not interested anyway. We have bigger fish to fry. We need to even things in terms of the battleship count. So as soon as we get organized over here, let's just let the organization happen again. That's good. Let's let this light cruiser go up north, so they'll be the left side flank. Okay, you turn this way. Where's our other battleship? They're hiding right in plain sight. Light cruiser, battleship. Okay, there. Let's have you go up this way and so that line can reform. St. George is again just cutting the corner, but that's intentional because we know that she's not going to be as fast. Whoops, I overcooked our battleship down here. That's okay. These guys turn. It's kind of a pain in the butt to micromanage all this stuff. Let's have you just slow down a lot. Turn in as well, but okay. The line is starting to form up again. We're getting there. Alright, good. Alright, so now we're going to come in. The St. George is going to be heavily on the inside. Then the light cruisers will be screening my first group of 3. Now these battleships haven't taken any damage yet. So I expect that will change very soon, but it's a good situation for us to start in. Remember, the earlier fighting, actually our light cruisers were absorbing a lot of the contact. So now we just get everyone to aim like for the same spot so that the line holds itself relatively well. And what is your speed? Okay, go up to 14 now. I do want you heavily on the inside though. And actually we're going to get our light cruisers to come a little bit closer because there's probably not going to be a whole lot of screens on the right side. Now these guys need to clean their grates. Why is that? We'll slow down to 15 so they can clean their grates. Okay, let's see how this line looks. Can you guys cut in between these two without creating a situation? Looks like you can. Oh, we sighted another. Okay, so there they are. This is good-ish. We can come in at this angle. We'll just turn everyone, the whole battle line will shift west. Which means that these light cruisers will stay on the north side. And let's see what happens here. Wow. So I don't have, for some reason, our... This went away. We're going to want a lot of... Let's see. Let's actually get these guys to go to AI control. If they launch torpedoes, that'd be great. No, actually, no. I'm going to take that back. Our Tiger is the torpedo launcher. These guys have true 2 torpedoes, but if they choose to launch them by themselves, we'll just leave it at that. It's their own discretion. And get these battleships up to battle speed, so let's go 17. 17. You guys keep heading that way. And what's your max? 18, so go 16. Okay, go 17 as well. Here we go. This is the one. Maybe we'll even turn our battleships down south and have our George pull back entirely, because it's just going to take some needless hits. Let's get these guys into the action. And actually, yeah, they do have an Italia class, and I'm confident we can sink that son of a gun. We do technically outweigh it. Okay, let's do it. Let's go for it. Pull back a little bit, draw them in, and let's see what happens. Okay, St. George, I know that you're in a tough situation here. So let's get you out of there ASAP. You're going to traverse reverse course along the line. And the battleships are kind of falling for it. We're okay in this line. We're okay with this line. I don't want to ruin our line, though, so you guys turn back all the way. In fact, that might be a fantastic hit. It was! Oh, goodness. Admiral Spawn. Fantastic hit. Oh my gosh, that was a fantastic hit. So let's go and let's try to finish her off. In fact, full speed ahead. You guys swing down this way. You're going to screen for the St. George, who's actually going to make a return run. And why not? Because we had great success in that first pass. And now this is where it happens. Our 12-inch guns are hitting. We're hitting like, yeah, this is it. Okay, so this, we know that you're kind of in a bad way, so we'll actually pull you guys out a little bit. We'll let the Aurora and Zenta, although the Zenta took a ton of damage. No, we need you to follow against their destroyers, so do that. Our 2 lines here are doing well. 2 more hits, only 6 hits against the Roma. And the Roma is basically the same. It says Italia class. I guess they're identical. I don't know if there's a difference. Go squad max. Everyone to squad max. And more hits. Unfortunately, oh, at least one 12-inch hit. Medium damage. We need to sink her though. With this, it cannot just end in another draw. This has to be, it's all or nothing. So let's let that happen. This is good. Light cruisers and a heavy cruiser against destroyers. I like that. We're getting our battleships to hone in. What is their max speed? 19. They can technically elude us. Let's try to prevent that happening. I thought I made mine to be 19, but oh. The grates are fouled. That explains why we can't go 19. Okay, so maybe I shouldn't have engaged such a high speed early on. Nonetheless, here we go. It's chaos, but it's organized chaos. We're getting a lot of hits right now. Roma and Italia. We're hitting the destroyers. Another Roma hit and a destroyer hit. So things are looking very good right now. They haven't penetrated our escort lines with their escorts. In fact, our escorts are kind of making short work with them, with the one risk that the St. George takes another hit. However, I do have my battleship lines closing on theirs. And that's really important. So Aurora's avoiding torpedoes. That's fantastic, actually. 1, the fact that she avoided torpedoes already. But 2, that they're firing at our light cruisers, which, okay, is not the worst situation. Okay, we actually, finally they returned fire, and we got some hits against us. Unfortunate. I need these lines to be not a staggered column, but actually one big column. But until... it's impossible to do that quite yet. How are things looking? Much better. St. George is just in a defensive position. That's good. Admiral Spawn's full speed ahead has already done excellent work with her torpedo. We would have thought that the heavy damage one, this one, actually slows down. Now this is a very dangerous situation. We have a light cruiser making a run right at our ship. So this is where the St. George should be, but unfortunately she's not. Now we already have our light cruisers in good position to chase off their escorts. I think everything is as good as we can hope. Okay, more hits on this Italia class. It claims heavy damage. A light cruiser hit, that's fantastic. And a near miss for the Aurora, which is good. That means she escaped possibly a big hit. Probably this it's probably this unidentified ship. Yeah, it's a battleship for sure, firing at the Aurora. But we need her to keep, staving off any enemy screens. So everything is working as planned. Let's keep pushing. In fact, we need to pursue. Lots of hits on this cruiser. It says light damage. I don't believe it. I think we were probably at this point doing more than just light damage. Okay, we pursue. Let's go ahead and cut north with our light cruisers. Maybe we can force the battleships back south. So everyone, just turn. And I have one escort just really following in the wake of this battleship. Okay, good. Some more. This is not important. This is 6-inch guns. I don't want 6-inch guns. I want 12-inch guns. And we did take a medium hit from the Roma, which looks like it was medium gun. That was probably the 6-inch guns. 7-inch guns, I guess. And it penetrated, so 7-inch guns are going to penetrate from here. That means even my 6-inch guns have a chance of penetrating. We need these guys to get danger close so that the Habsburg can keep falling in. Alright, I think everything's... Let's go squad max. Keep pushing hard. Medium damage. Medium damage. Unknown. Coming up. The battle line is what I want. Can't complain about that. Another 12-inch hit. This is good. Keep it going. Yes. Now they have torpedoes, but we have to kind of risk it. Okay, so we had a Roma hit with our 6-inch guns, a 12-inch hit on the Italia, another 12-inch hit on the Italia, and medium guns hit the Kaiser. The Kaiser's still doing very good. Alright, she's at risk of torpedoes, but it's just a risk we have to take. In fact, we ourselves, if I'm not mistaken, have torpedoes. So it's fine for us to get this close because technically both teams have the option to launch torpedoes. So, and more likely we will launch torpedoes. I've always had a problem with getting my ships to launch torpedoes, but oh, this is good. 2 more hits with the 6-inch guns on this light cruiser. And this is what I just slowed this guy down a little bit. I'm going to have him peel away and then peel back. Oh, what the heck? Is she like going crazy? We did successfully force them to turn. Wow, this is chaos. Okay, but I think in our favor. Are they trying to ram us? Well, we need to slip by somehow so we can get to the Roma. So I don't really know what to do here. So she's coming to a dead stop. I don't think... So the Habsburg, turn back. You're going to be in charge of killing the Italia class, and you guys are going to be in charge of the Roma, which means we really need these guys to go... Oh my gosh. So Spawn has apparently taken a few hits in her day. We need all the speed we can get out of her, though, because we need, right now, defense against these escorts. Yeah, Kaiser, turn hard north. Yes, perfect. Avoid torpedoes this way. Aurora needs to catch up with these guys. That's good. St. George can actually do some damage to the Roma. Admiral Spawn, I guess head south. You'll head south underneath the Kaiser and her formation. Now, probably impossible to get this kind of perfect control in real life because you can imagine the signal flags and the chaos of the battle, but we're going to go for it anyway. So what we are trying to do here is execute a maneuver, which is probably impossible to do. Well, I want this battleship to go north of the Roma, but south of these escorts. It looks like we have this Toronto class on fire now. That's fantastic. The Admiral Spawn, who is herself not... Oh, she is capable of 23. Very good. So she's going to go a lot faster. The Sigedvar is not going to be able to keep up. That's fine. She'll detach eventually. The Admiral Spawn is going to be in charge of pursuing these escorts. These guys are in charge. The Habsburg is in charge of actually taking it to the Italia class. So that's her job right now. Does she know that's her job? Let's just make it official. Her job is the Italia class. So we do, it looks like, have this execution going pretty well. It's chaos. And now you should be firing at... Yes, exactly. Alright, so let's see what happened. In the chaos, we hit the Italia twice more. She's got medium damage. We hit the Roma 3 times. We've hit some destroyer, but that's, you know, inconsequential. Ah, look at this. The St. George back in action and hitting the Italia class. Strange that she's chose to target the Italia. In fact, that's probably a better target for her. Let's actually send her back down to help out with the Italia. And the Roma has retaliated and hit the Kaiser a few more times, but looks like the Kaiser's still doing relatively okay. Oh my gosh, we've narrowly avoided a collision there. Narrowly avoided a collision. So the Habsburg is still doing this, and that's where the St. George is going to head. In fact, we need the Kaiser group to actually turn back south to chase after the Roma. We're really pounding the Italia class now. That should be one sunk. And even this Toronto class has taken a bit of a beating. We've chased off their escorts as well. Okay, this is chaotic. Oh my gosh, we're gonna ram the battleship. Oh, we didn't. What the heck? How did that happen? Okay, let's see what's happening. The Admiral spawn's getting pummeled again. Oh, because she's right next to the Roma. Well, that makes sense. We're still really leveling it against the Italia class. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, St. George, make your run this way. Come back over from the north, just because the Italia is not going to be as big of a threat now. Even the St. George will probably do well. And we could use your support against the Roma, because the Kaiser is a little bit out of position. Aurora, just come back down south, doesn't matter. Okay, and this is 2 new battleships that have shown up. So yeah, we definitely need your support. In fact, we're going to turn pretty hard, and the Admiral spawn's going to hopefully separate the Roma from the rest of the battleships. And we're just going to try to keep this line. Lots of hits on the Italia. Heavy damage, 5 knots. If we get one more torpedo into her, I'm just going to call her sunk. Yeah, that's it. That's the torpedo. So now everyone should be firing at this Roma. And that's good. We are. So let's begin to don't have the Roma in range yet, but let's go squad max, 18. Okay, the Admiral spawn's not supposed to go toe-to-toe with the Roma, so we're going to turn back this way, which will hopefully bring us closer to the escorts, and hopefully also give our battleships time. Yeah, that was expected. 2 torpedoes, in fact. That's fantastic. Let's make sure it's both the same one. It is. So that, we'll just consider her dead to right. Dead to rights. I think that's the expression. And look at the St. George. She's back in the action and taking hits. We have 2 hits on the Italia. We no longer need those hits, St. George, if you wouldn't mind switching your fire over to the Roma. And we might have to pull back, disengage here to reform our lines. It doesn't seem like a bad idea. Let's do that. So pull back. Let's reorganize. Okay, but we don't want to let the Roma go free. Still, nonetheless, one more battleship is one more battleship. Oh my gosh, I thought that was a hit. I was watching this torpedo and look at right through it, but didn't count it as a hit, unfortunately. Alright, let's see what we're doing. We did get some more hits off on this Roma, who is now at least light damage. That's good. And, of course, more damage to the Italia. We hit this light cruiser. It's something. But the Admiral spawn's also getting pummeled still. Okay, well, let's pull her back. And that's our torpedo. Looks like it hit us. Or is in the process of hitting us. Who launched the torpedo? My gosh. And the Vine is actually hitting this unidentified ship with its 6-inch guns. Okay, good. So this is what I like to see. All the hits are on the enemy ships. So that's a good sign. Oh, okay, the aspirin's coming in. Not from a good direction, I have to say. Turn back. Turn in. We need to reorganize. Let's get ourselves organized back over here. Okay, that should be a hit then. Another torpedo. She's going down. Okay, these guys are in good shape. The Habsburg also slowed down to 16. St. George circle. Keep circling. Get these guys to come down this way. We'll reorganize down here, just south of this ship. And I don't think ammo is a huge concern. Let's see how our ammo is doing. Okay, actually hard to tell from this. 81% it claims. Let's just look exactly what that means. Yeah, plenty of ammo. Okay, good. So right now we have plenty of ammo. We don't need to worry about if we shoot up this Italia a bit. Although it still would be better to conserve that ammo. So let's actually turn and form this weird battle line. So that means you, St. George. Unfortunately, yeah, I know that our escorts are extremely out of position, but that's okay. We'll do the best we can here. Battleships are kind of forming up, and we're in the correct wind side, so that's also a good thing. The aspirant's about to come into contact, so yeah, I guess we really do have no choice but to engage. We can try to save our ship here. Okay, I don't know what you're doing. Oh, they had confused signals, that's right. So we're still pummeling them, but this is the ones that we want now. 16, 16, very good. Okay, this is good. Our line actually looks pretty solid, besides this mess. We'll get back to that later, I think. So this is good. A battleship hit, battleship hit. The Italia class. Okay, stop it with the damn Italia class. Okay, good. Still some more hits, and they are turning pretty hard, so that should give us an advantage firing. Let's go up to 17 with the Kaiser. The Kaiser class has been really leading us well. More hits. St. George still sneaking in a few hits on the Italia class, who surely is going down. Very good. I like this. So now they're going to come over and we'll just continue to do as we're doing here. Can we take you off air control yet? No. No such luck. Swing you away, swing you back in. Okay, there we go. Now we have this Roma class back in view. I think this is the one we were hitting earlier as well. What in God's name are you doing? Hopefully that works. Okay, Aurora, come this side. But you know what? Slow down a little bit. Okay, good. This is good. Now we've lined up with the Roma, and let's begin punishment. We get signals confused or something? It's pretty messy back there. A good thing, even though this is really messy, it's kind of a good thing that we're having a problem up here, because that looks like, yeah, the escorts coming in. And right now we have our battle line facing theirs really well. And then their battle line, which is not much of a battle line at all. But our light cruisers are all in perfect condition, our perfect position to stave off this attack. Even the St. George, okay, but I didn't want her to go up there. She's more for the big boys. Yeah, I'll consider her a big boy targeter. Nope. Big boy. Wrong thing. So yeah, we have a pretty good screen going on here. Yeah, now we're just going to chase this Roma. I know that it's slightly faster than us, but I think if we go... Well, okay. Let's just take it to the max that we can. Because we're well formed right now, I think it's a better time for us to try to seize the initiative than to get organized again. If nothing else, we have this huge, nice screening area that their screens are kind of grinding themselves against. And that's good for us. That can only result, hopefully, in... Ooh! She's on fire. We still hope that maybe she'll slow down a bit. We are still... And this is what I'm talking about. We're landing these nice hits against their escorts. It's light cruiser versus destroyer, which is, of course, the fight you want. And we're getting a few more 12-inch hits on the Roma. We just need to slow her down a little bit. Oh my gosh, too far. That destroyer's really speeding in. We actually hit this one with our 9-inch guns, so she's probably not long for this world. Wow, here's crazy kamikaze one. I'm going to send the Admiral spawn up a little bit to make room for the Aurora. And I'm going to turn the St. George south in an effort to defend against this Pallotti Bronzetti class. Okay, we did not hit the one I wanted to. Maybe it's time just to send the Sigetsvar home. I think it is. Her max speed is only 11, so let's just go ahead and send her home. Yeah, I mean, she still has plenty of... She has the capability to continue to hit, but she's done well enough, and I think on her way out, she'll probably destroy this Antonio Mosto. Okay, let's see how we're doing. Very good. And good on time. We're about 30. Let's try to finish this episode in this playthrough. Okay, we actually did take a hit, but it was limited by the coal bunkers. Thank God for coal bunkers. Kaiser really has just been a beast this whole engagement. Very dangerous to have this destroyer just sitting here, though. And I think we are catching up. That's very good. Okay, spawn, what are you doing? Too far. A little too far. Okay, we haven't scored any hits lately. That's not great, but oops. I wanted this one to turn. Okay, here we go. This is back to business. Business as usual. And some more hits on this guy. Fantastic. Let's turn hard with the St. George. Now spawn. Let's do a little bit of compensation here. Very good. And we're getting a lot more hits with the Roma. Now, if we can sink this one, I'll be extremely satisfied. We can call this to the close with the 2 battleship victory. That'll probably put us ahead in victory points, even if we're still getting blockaded. So, we'll just nibble away at their forces, slowly but surely. And I really like this. We're getting pretty close, but I'm assuming that their torpedoes aren't really active. Slow this guy down to 12. They'll be the one we detach for dealing with this group. Hopefully we don't launch torpedoes that'll hit ourselves. Okay, yeah, but this Roma's just down for the count. Can you slow down any quicker? That would be great. We'll spin you back this way, I guess. Should we just focus on sinking this one? Nope, that's another torpedo. I'm pretty sure that's going to do it. Yeah. She's dead stop, she's on fire. We're going to go ahead and leave the St. George and our other battleship group down here to get a few more hits. These 12-inch ones are still going to do pretty good damage, but let's assume that she's sinking. Which means we continue to pursue with our Kaiser class. I mean, this might as well be called the Kaiser class. The Monarch class has become the Kaiser class because the Kaiser has just done so much for us. Just like this might as well be the St. George class. Okay, it is, but it's done well for us as well. St. George is showing off her incredible accuracy with the 9-inch barrages. Are we going to be able to catch this one? I don't... Yes, actually we can because of the light cruisers. Now, I'm not sure who's the... Your core. I think you are... Okay, you're secondary, so you will go to AI control. That's good. Good, more 6 inches, more 6 inches, that's fine. So these guys will switch to AI. No! Wrong group. Okay, so I need these guys over here as fast as possible. If we're going to try to... That means we basically can't catch them. Well, let's do this then. Let's go ahead and just maneuver back over to the bombardment target. I think we've probably scared most of those ships off of the target. So we'll just run back down by this battleship. We've sunk all these ships so far, so that's fantastic. Just make sure that this Roma class is going down. One more pass should do it. A lot of people are going to be reverting to AI control, including... What the hell are you doing? I think she's making a torpedo run. So we'll just do one more barrage down at this guy, and then we'll head over to this target and hopefully finish her off. Oh good, another torpedo. That should do it. So let's call that to an end then. Yeah. Probably that's going to sink it. And let's just move. Another torpedo. You guys are getting a little ridiculous. Unknown ship, unidentified ship to our north. Okay, if it's not... Oh, it is a destroyer, that's dangerous, but really more dangerous for them probably. Why don't I have my my light cruisers going after them? What are you guys doing? And what is the St. George doing? I have no idea. She's her own mistress. She's in charge of her own thing. So let's sweep up from the southeast. Let's see if we can get this. Ooh. Oh, interesting. So we actually have this. You guys are in line abreast, right? Let's not do that. You need to save our battleship against any kind of suicidal kamikaze run, which it appears that they're making. Good, nice hits. Keep going. You guys turn back north, actually, to prevent torpedoes. Keep going. And here's our bombardment target. Close enough that I think we can actually hit it. Thank goodness. And that one's dead, so let's finish off this bombardment target and go home. Lots of hits. Objective pending. Excellent. All right, boys, we've done it. What a fantastic engagement. So this is the wreckage, what's left of the enemy ships. An Italia, a Roma, several destroyers, and I think maybe one heavy cruiser. Was that the other unidentified down here? I think it was a heavy cruiser, right? I could be mistaken, actually. I really no longer remember. So at this point, we're just going to speed out of here. Preferably not towards Napoli. And mainly, we just want to get out of sight as fast as possible to prevent ships encountering each other. So as soon as ships are not encountering each other, I don't know what the St. George is doing, but hopefully she'll be safe over there. And hopefully we end this before she gets herself into any trouble. Okay, good. And end scene. So really a good engagement. With the end result being 2 battleships sunk, 1 heavy cruiser sunk, and 7 destroyers sunk. Also, we did kill the land target, and we did destroy that merchant ship. Victory point-wise, fantastic victory for us. Major victory. This one will really go into the books. Let's find out exactly what that means. Just for a recap, kind of for fun, let's look at what happened here. So we moved in. And yeah, it was extremely chaotic. And they ended up just going into port, it looks like. So they had a few heavy cruisers left. But maybe... I know they had 2 more battleships somewhere, right? Maybe those entered port. Anyway, we can just take a look at the victory points. 5,100 to 733, so that puts us significantly ahead. I'm not going to worry about the significant battle. Now they're still blockading us. Let's see what that means. It means that 2 of our battleships are out for 1 turn, so they don't count towards the stopping the blockade. But even without that, yeah, we are still very close. Very close. Maybe when those 2 battleships come back, it'll be 8 battleships to 5, so that's actually hopefully enough to stop the blockade, which will stop the bleeding, and from here, maybe we can start to take the war into our own hands. Remember, we did give money to the army, so hopefully they will somehow garner for us some more victory points. Anyways, that'll conclude this video, so thanks for watching the second part of that big battleship engagement. I think we did pretty well for ourselves, and stay tuned for more of this war with Italy in the next episode. Until then, take care.